Well, good afternoon in Texas time. Coming to you with another episode of Windshield Wisdom live from the streets of DFW as I'm driving back and forth between jobs and responsibilities. And I've been battling I don't know, some type of respiratory viral illness and trying to get over it, but every now and then a little cough fit comes up. My whole family's been kind of, when you got a big family, those viruses kind of just jump from one person to another, to another, to another. So for 2 weeks, we just kind of been fighting just some nasty stuff. But we're on the back end of it. And today I got up and you can probably hear it in my throat. Apologize for clearing my throat. But today I got up, me and my wife got up and we said, man, let's get back to our workout routine. And so we worked out. We usually will do a walk combined with weight lifting, strength training. But I said, man, it's been a minute. Let's just do the walk today. I'm regretting that. We did the weighted vest walk, the rucking. And after I was done, my sides, my love handle area has been growing too much. Feel like I pulled something. Man, it is painful. I don't know what it is, but it's painful. But I figured I'd jump on because I've just left the job. Had to do a lot of returning some stuff that didn't work out. Ain't that life? Sometimes life doesn't work out. And you just got to deal with it. I had a countertop that didn't work out. Too small, which ordered a new countertop, which means I had to change the faucet because one was a 4-inch spread versus an 8-inch spread. So I had to take the faucet back and get a new faucet. Had to take a barn door back because the barn door is a 36-inch door. I thought it was for a 36-inch opening, so I had to order a new door, take that one back. So just a lot of running around and making things work, but that's life. Sometimes you just have to make life work. And, there's value in that. Life's never going to be perfect. I'm someone who thinks life should be perfect. I'm also someone who thinks I can create utopia because, I don't mess with nobody. I mind my own business. I try to be kind and respectful, and it don't matter, man. Life still happens. But here's Windshield Wisdom for today. I've been doing construction my whole life, and when I was a few years in, I had an older guy that was successful in the construction business with doing developments and building houses, custom homes. And I was just gleaning some advice and wisdom from him, which is always good to do in any area of your life. Glean wisdom and advice from people who have been there, who have done it. That's one of the purposes of this little series I'm doing, Windshield Wisdom. I'm just giving you some advice and hopefully some wisdom for your life. But he was kind of encouraging me in how to find and locate jobs and what kind of jobs are available. And this is what he told me. This is really very interesting. He said, you can make $10,000 one of two ways. You can land one $10,000 job, and I know there's, other cost in there, but just for the sake of this, you can land one $10,000 job, and that's $10,000, or you can land 10 $1,000 jobs, which is going to add up to $10,000. And he said, now, the issue is, which job do you think is more prevalent? How many $10,000 jobs? You got to understand, this is years ago, so now a $10,000 job isn't that much. But years ago, that would have been a big project for a home remodel. And he said, which one do you think is more readily available? The $1,000 jobs or $10,000? I said, well, there's probably more people that have got $1,000 to spend on some remodeling. He said, of course. So don't underestimate the power of going after those smaller jobs, because if you do 10 of those, they still add up to a $10,000 job. And this morning I was kind of thinking about that, and I've landed several larger jobs because I was willing to do some handyman stuff for people, and they liked what I did and they called me back. Well, this morning when I was dropping off my youngest son, he's 13, he's in 8th grade, dropping him off at middle school. One of the things we always do, we're people of faith. We believe in the power of prayer and living out our faith in everyday life. And we pray over them when we're dropping them off. We pray over their day for protection, for wisdom, for all those things. And, when I dropped them off and drove off, I thought to myself, that prayer just seems so powerless and so pointless and so meaningless. We do it every single day. And it hit me this morning when I was on the way to the job that it's kind of like that $10,000 job versus the $1,000 job. The $10,000 jobs are nice when they happen, but there's just more $1,000 jobs available. And so check this out. It's great if you can pray for a miracle and a miracle happens, and I'm not telling you not to, but that's not going to be the norm. That's not going to be your everyday life. What's going to happen is you're going to have more regular, routine, mundane, everyday prayers that you pray that are probably being answered and you don't even realize it, than you are those miraculous prayers. Yes, man, Jesus said, believe in faith that you can move a mountain. And I'm all for that. I'm all for believing and trusting God for big things. But what about the everyday things? I mean, there's things that are going to happen that you're going to be unaware of that are just happening because they're so routine, they're so normal, they're so average. But don't overlook the $1,000 jobs. That's the wisdom. Don't overlook the day-to-day faithfulness of God. Don't overlook the day-to-day provision of God, because that's one of the prayers that Jesus modeled was the Lord's Prayer. And he said to pray like this: give us this day our daily bread. There's more daily bread than there are mountains that are going to be moved. I know you might not want to hear that, but there's more daily bread available to each and every one of us in our daily walk with Jesus than there is mountains that are going to be moved. I'm not telling you don't believe for a mountain to be moved. I've got mountains I'm believing to be moved. I've seen mountains move. And I'm speaking metaphorically, not a physical mountain. I just want to encourage you. I'm just encouraging you. I see someone commented. Thanks for the comments, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. But I just want you to know there's more $1,000 jobs available in the 10,000 jobs. There's more daily principles and practices and provision that God has for you than the big things. And the big things are great. When they happen, celebrate them. Tell someone. But man, this is a daily walk of faith. That's the wisdom. The wisdom today is let every day count. Make every day count. God is showing up. God is doing something. God is moving. You just got to be aware. All right? Hey, share this. Like it. Comment. We'll see you again on the next one.